Local Government Week is an annual celebration of the work councils do in their communities, including the wide variety of services they provide. Did you know that councils employ nearly 50,000 people, look after almost 1,800 community and public centres, maintain more than 166,000 kilometres of roads and bridges, hold 153.7 billion in assets, recycle 1.72 million tonnes of waste, make almost 3 million curbside waste collections, own and manage more than 600 museums, galleries, theatres and art centres? The list goes on. Now it's time to recognise the great achievements of our councils during the 2021 Local Government Week Awards. Who will be this year's winners?
And we are now live across New South Wales. Good morning, wherever you are viewing from today, whether it's at home, at work, in your office, in your local council chambers, in a boardroom, perhaps you're on your own, perhaps you're with a group of people, however you are joining us. Thank you very much for joining us on behalf of Local Government New South Wales. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the Local Government Week Awards for 2021. And I'm going to pause for you to give a huge round of applause in celebration. Even though I can't actually hear you, I'm going to assume that some of you actually did that. I'd like to start by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we are all meeting, wherever that may be, in different parts of New South Wales, and acknowledge any elders past, present or emerging who are viewing as well. Thank you all for viewing today and being part of this online community event. My name is Andrew Klein. I hosted these awards last year, 12 months ago, in a different era, and yet not in such a different era, and I'm delighted to have been asked to host again. I hope you and your teams and your families are all doing well and have managed this unusual and slightly crazy year as well as possible. It's been a tricky year, but as you will also hear, so many incredible initiatives in the local government space today is all about recognising, awarding, rewarding and celebrating those 2021 initiatives. It's been a year in which the average New South Wales family, and I guess I am one of those average New South Wales families, I don't work in the local government space, but I have offered and said the words, as have my kids and my wife. We have uttered the words LGA more in the last 6 months than possibly ever in our entire lives. That's just a regular family in New South Wales. I'm sure you have said those words many times as well, but the discussions around the dinner table have often been about LGA, staying in our LGA, where is our LGA extending to, how far is 5 kilometres within our LGA, pretty much became a daily discussion. So with that in mind, sit back, relax, have a drink in your hands perhaps, and join us as we celebrate some great achievements from the year gone by. And don't forget, we would love to hear from you, celebrating today, coming together as one on this platform. So you can always put your thoughts, your congratulations, your shout outs into the chat box. We would love to hear anything that you have to say in recognition of what we are doing. And you can also post comments on social media using the hashtag LGWeek2021. That's LGWeek2021. Feel free to put your comments, thoughts, photos. Take a photo of you and your fellow team celebrating. Let's have some photos uploaded onto Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or TikTok if you're that way inclined. It is my great pleasure to welcome now to the virtual stage Scott Phillips, our Chief Executive of Local Government New South Wales, to say a few words and provide some housekeeping. Scott, good to see you. Over to you.
And thank you, Andrew. Great to see you too. Welcome back this year, and to everybody else. If you were with us last year, of course, you'll be very familiar with our housekeeping arrangements for online events. So what we're going to do when a highly commended or winner is read out, a copy of your certificate is going to be pinged straight across to you, so you've got that straight away. As Andrew indicated, please share your photos using the event hashtag, hashtag LG Week 2021. And if you're tweeting about us, about this event, please again use the hashtag @LG Nsw. Trophies, the very important trophies, will be couriered to the winners, and again, we'd love to have you send us a photo for our website. It now gives me great pleasure to introduce Craig Madden from the Metropolitan Lands Councils to do the welcome to country. Thank you, Craig.
Thank you very much, Scott. Wujiri Gamarua, everyone. Good day and welcome. My name is Craig Madden. I'd like to start by thanking the local government New South Wales for inviting me online today to welcome you to country. I'm a proud Bunjalung Gadigal man from the Eora Nation, and Gadigal land is the land on which I stand here today. Jinyara Gadigal. This land is Gadigal. It is customary for our Aboriginal people to invite guests or visitors onto our land or country. And it's a practice that we've been doing for thousands of years, offering safe passage as you pass through our lands. So I'm extremely proud to stand before you as a representative of the Metropolitan Local Aboriginal Land Council and a proud Gadigal man, and welcome you all onto Aboriginal land, my land, Gadigal land. We respect and honour our Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander elders past, present and future. We acknowledge the stories, traditions and living cultures of our Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples of this land. To any Aboriginal brothers and sisters, if we have any brothers and sisters from the Torres Strait Islands online, welcome. To all our non-Aboriginal brothers and sisters, a warm and sincere welcome onto Aboriginal land, Gadigal land, my land. The Gadigal clan is one of 29 clans which make up the Eora Nation. It's a nation that's bound by 3 distinct landmarks. So I have the Hawkesbury River to the north, the Nepean River to the west, and the Georges River to the south. Within those boundaries lie our Gadigal nation, and it's one of the 29 clans of the Eora Nation. To our visitors from across the seas, from across our great country, great state, to this magnificently beautiful city of ours, or whatever Aboriginal land or nation that you are on at the moment, welcome. I hope you all enjoy the awards, and good luck to the recipients. And on behalf of the Metropolitan Local Aboriginal Land Council and its members and our Gadigal mob, please stay safe in these troubled times. And once again, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you.
Thanks, Craig, for those very kind words, and a welcome to you to this event. And now, for the very last time as our president at LG Nsw for the Local Government Week Awards, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our president, Councillor Linda Scott, to present her observations on LG Week this year. Thanks, Linda.
Thanks so much, Scott, and thanks to Andrew, and of course, thanks so much to Craig Madden for that really powerful welcome to country. I too am here today in Sydney, so very proud to be with you from the Eora country. Of course, as Craig said, 29 clans on this Gadigal land, and I'm very honoured and deeply honoured to pay my respects to the land that we're coming from today. And I know right across the state there's so many other different nations, so I pay my respects to their elders too. Thanks so much to all of you for joining us today for this very, very special occasion. We know, of course, it's been an extremely difficult few years now with COVID here in New South Wales and across the nation, but we're very excited to be able to take the opportunity to celebrate the 2021 Local Government Week Awards. And if there's ever been a year where we've seen some impressive entrants, if there's ever been a year where we've seen people going above and beyond in local government to support our communities, then this is that year. I'd really like to acknowledge and pay my respect to the many distinguished guests who have joined us today, and a number of whom will speak, and thank this year's presenters of the various awards, state and local government representatives, including mayors and many of our board members, our fantastic award sponsors, and all of those taking part today. But most importantly, thank you to those of you whom have been nominated, because of course you have done the really important work that makes local government shine. I look forward every year to these awards because, of course, it's one of the most uplifting occasions in the local government calendar. So many of you have worked so hard, particularly many of our frontline workforce, 55,000 strong here in New South Wales, to provide caring, helpful, thoughtful, timely advice to communities in every corner of this lovely state. Local government's role in providing infrastructure, services and support and bringing communities together really has never been considered to be more important. And in the wake, of course, of droughts, fires, floods and, of course, the pandemic, we know what a difference it has made. Despite the impacts of the lockdowns and the other challenges with our daily lives, our jobs and our businesses, every single one of our state's 128 councils have all rolled up your sleeves and worked out the best ways to continue to deliver the essential services that we know our communities absolutely depend on. So from me to all of you, thank you, a big heartfelt thank you for the work that you've done, particularly in extremely challenging times. It's been an honour to be the Local Government New South Wales President and to represent you all and to tell the stories of the great work that you have all done. In almost every meeting I'm in every day, whether it be in Zoom or Teams or all these other devices that we now use, it's given me such pride to be able to talk about the wonderful work that you all do and, of course, to advocate for all the things that local governments need. I've been so impressed by the resourcefulness, the creativity and the leadership shown by all of you to find safe ways to combat the COVID pandemic, to find safe ways to continue to provide those frontline services, picking up the rubbish, keeping the planning system going, providing that community support, feeding people when they didn't have access to food, trying to support our businesses to get back on their feet after they've lost so much during the pandemic. So I know that the former Local Government Association President, Bob Doherty, who of course is the namesake of the RH Dougherty Awards, would be so proud to see the continuing positive impact our councils are having on people's lives. And as we look back across the history of local government in honour of these past presidents, I do think it's important to mark this as a unique year, to mark these set of awards as a unique time and to really highlight what a significant role local government has played. I'm going to congratulate all the winners in advance. You don't know who they are yet, so I won't give it away, but I particularly want to pay tribute to all of you nominated, but particularly the winners of the New South Wales Youth Week Awards, the Local Government New South Wales RH Dougherty Awards, the Local Government New South Wales Leo Kelly OAM Arts and Culture Awards. And Leo, we miss him very much, was a former board member here that I had the honour of serving with and a great Blacktown councillor. And of course, the Local Government New South Wales Planning Awards. Thank you to everybody for everything you've done. Congratulations on making it this far. I look forward to celebrating with all of you who win and hopefully also celebrating with all of you who have been nominated. It's a really significant achievement. So it's now my pleasure to hand over to the Local Government Minister, Shelly Hancock, who has taken time to record a message for us today. Of course, Shelly is not only the Local Government Minister, but also the MP for the South Coast. So please join with me in welcoming Shelly Hancock, the Minister for Local Government, to hear her message.
This year's Local Government New South Wales Local Government Awards may be online again, but that should not take away from the amazing work and achievements on showcase today. Councils have been at the forefront of our state's recovery during the recent Delta outbreak and continue to play a vital role in reopening our state. These awards are an outstanding platform to highlight these contributions from local councils across the state. On behalf of the New South Wales Government, I sincerely congratulate all the award winners. And I'd also like to offer my congratulations to all the 2021 category finalists and nominees. Last year, I said there had not been a time in living memory in which council staff and councillors have had to rise to the challenge in such difficult circumstances. But this year has tested us again like never before. I commend all councils for their tireless, diligent work to support their local communities through the Delta COVID outbreak, encouraging and supporting efforts to vaccinate their local communities and for showing how councils really are locally led. Our local communities benefit immeasurably from all your hard work, and these awards are a token of the appreciation we all feel for the work you have done and will do in the future. Can I also take this opportunity to thank our mayors and councillors and wish those of you contesting upcoming elections the very best of luck. And to those who are not standing or who aren't successful, the local government sector is better for your contribution. Thank you, and I look forward to continuing to work with you.
Thanks so much, Minister Hancock, for that speech and also your support of local government. It's now my pleasure to introduce the Opposition Leader, Chris Minns, who's kindly joining us live today. Chris is, of course, not only the Opposition Leader, but the member for Cogra, and we're very grateful to Chris for having a lot of engagement with local government during the pandemic. You would all remember, of course, in particular, meeting with the 12 mayors in Sydney in the local government areas of concern. We're very pleased they're no longer local government areas of concern, but at the time, meeting with those mayors and helping us to advocate to the government for the kinds of changes we needed to keep those communities safe. Thanks, Chris, for being here today and for your commitment to local government, and welcome.
Thank you so much, Linda. It's wonderful to see everybody, even if it's only virtually. Look, the local government sector has been one of the areas that's been hardest hit by COVID. Whether you represented a local government area of concern in Sydney, a regional council that had to face changing rules and regulations, or a council anywhere across the state dealing with funding challenges and limited direct support for essential local government services from the federal or the state government, you made do in very difficult circumstances. I also specifically want to thank the local council workers for maintaining essential services, for providing the support to our local communities during the outbreak and the lockdown. Truly lived up to the reputation as local government being the closest level of government to the people. Finally, I want to thank Linda Scott for the dedication and service to local government, both in your second term as President of Local Government New South Wales and as a board member since 2015. She has been a pillar of strength to the local government community, stepping up and talking up when it was required, making sure the government and the opposition was accountable. You've been fantastic in this role, and I wish you all the very best. Thanks, everybody. It's a shame we couldn't do this in person. I look forward to seeing you in person as regulations and rules are lifted over the coming months. And thank you for your dedication and service as public servants. I hope you have a lovely Christmas.
All right. Thank you very much to Minister Hancock, and thank you very much to Mr. Minns and Linda. Thank you as well. Now, we're going to welcome Mr. Troy Green, PSM, who is a board member of this year's Local Government Week Awards elite sponsor, Statewide Mutual Limited, and also the General Manager of Tweed Shire Council. Let's go, I believe, live to Tweed Heads and hear from Troy now.
Thank you, Andrew, and welcome everyone. I'm speaking to you today from Bundjalung country and pay my respects to First Nations people, the traditional owners of the land, to the elders past, present and emerging. On behalf of the Statewide Mutual Board, we are proud to be the elite sponsor of this Local Government New South Wales 2021 Awards, celebrating New South Wales councils and in particular their relationship and communications with their communities. Statewide is a fantastic example of local government collaboration, supporting councils of all shapes and sizes, protecting against financial losses and assisting councils in managing their risks to make their communities safer. I am sure you will agree that it has been a particularly challenging few years, with various flooding events, bushfires, devastating storms and the ongoing impact of COVID-19 affecting all councils across our state. The Statewide Mutual Board is proud of the support that we have been able to provide our members and their communities on the ground during and after these events in order to assist with the recovery and rebuilding efforts. The board has also been busy representing our mutual to our reinsurers off the back of these events through one of the most challenging insurance markets for some time. Representatives of the board presented to over 17 different underwriters, both locally and in London, via Zoom until late in the evening over a 3-day period. The key focus of these meetings was on topics of particular concern to our underwriters, including the bushfires, floods, cyber, cladding, and of course, member council's roles and responsibilities in relation to the COVID-19 pandemic response. The key aspect of the mutual offering is our risk management program, and it was great to be able to share with underwriters all the risk management initiatives being undertaken by the mutual and member councils in an effort to address the concerns raised. In particular, our ability to be able to provide insight on the role of local government to the COVID-19 pandemic and our response to the ever-developing cybersecurity threats were of great interest. Statewide Mutual continue to partner with 114 councils across New South Wales. We are pleased to have been successful in retaining Canterbury Bankstown City Council and following a competitive tender process. We're also pleased to welcome our newest member, the Hillshire Council, and look forward to working closely with them as they transition into the mutual and into the future. I would personally like to say a big thank you to the Chair of the Board, Rebecca Ryan, and all of the board members for the hard work on a number of initiatives being developed and worked through throughout the year. In particular, the review of the Mutual's 5-year strategic plan, developing the Mutual Strategic Risk Register, and improving our communication with our members by way of a board member meeting updates. I would also like to thank our partners, the team at JLT, for all the support they provide to the Mutual and its members whenever they need assistance. The board continues to look for new and better ways to support the membership, and we are keen to hear your thoughts on how we can continue to improve the statewide mutual offering to ensure it is fit for purpose and meeting the needs of its members. We have some new initiatives that we are aiming to roll out shortly, including on the member claims dashboard, but please feel free to visit the Statewide Mutual website, call a board member, or contact any of your risk managers about how we may support you in your respective roles and responsibilities further. We hope you will be able to join us for our upcoming webinar to be held on the 16th of November at 1 p.m, where we will be giving an update on our mutual and talk about audit risk and improvement committees for councils. Lastly, we also look forward to being able to arrange visits soon for our annual scheme updates, which have unfortunately been delayed this year due to travel restrictions. I wish all the nominees best of luck today and look forward to celebrating with you all soon in person. Thank you.
And thank you very much, Troy. We also look forward to the idea of celebrating with people in person. How good would that be? I remember those days so well. Those days will return. Look, we've got about 20 minutes into our presentation and something miraculous has happened, and that is that you haven't heard from my dog Pebbles, who always barks the moment I start an online conference. That's a miracle. And also we've got 20 minutes into our stream and we haven't had to say to anyone, you're on mute. Well done. It will happen at some stage. If it doesn't, I'll take one for the team and mute myself at the beginning of the session. All right. A huge thank you to our wonderful sponsors and supporters. We cannot do events, whether it's in-person events or whether it's events like this, we can't do them without the support of sponsors. And I wanted to give a huge thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors and supporters for coming on board and really helping us out today. Without them today, you would be sitting at your screens not looking at anything. You'd probably just be looking at an empty screen or maybe checking your emails, or maybe you would have hopped onto Netflix and watched Squid Game. We don't need to do that because we've got sponsors behind us to allow us to get this to happen. So a huge thank you, there they are, to all of them. All right, it is time to get down to the reason that we are here, the fun part of the day, the celebration part of the day, and announce the New South Wales Youth Week Award winners. I'm about to invite Anthony Shannon to announce these awards. Now, apart from being Director, Early Intervention, Volunteering and Youth with the Department of Communities and Justice, I was genuinely excited to see Anthony Shannon's name on the run sheet because I've known Anthony and his partner Amanda for over 20 years, but I haven't seen them for a while, and it's nice to be able to see Anthony online today and catch up with you, albeit on a virtual screen. Anthony Shannon, thanks for announcing the awards, and over to you.
Thanks, Andrew. Good to see you as well. I'm pleased today to join you to recognise the efforts of local councils and young people involved in developing and implementing Youth Week activities. I would like to acknowledge the role of the New South Wales Youth Advisory Council in supporting Youth Week. Thank you for your efforts to select the winners of each of the award categories. The first award is for the best small council with the most outstanding Youth Week program. I'd like to announce the following finalists: Forbes Shire Council, Lachlan Shire Council, Cowra Shire Council, Walgett Shire Council, Moree Plains Shire Council, and Wallumbungle Shire Council. And the award goes to Forbes Shire Council. What stood out was the efforts and thoughtfulness put in by the council to cater to and include all children and young people, ensuring activities were accessible to young people with a disability. Of note, Forbes also had a large range of activities from candle making to fishing workshops, as well as a high number of participants, all the more impressive being a small council. The second award is for the most innovative Youth Week program. I'd like to announce the following finalists: Forbes Shire Council, Northern Beaches Council, Camden Council, Fairfield City Council, Uwabadalla Shire Council, Wollongong City Council, Hilltops Council, and Wallumbungle Shire Council. And the award goes to Northern Beaches Council. For Youth Week 2021, there were two programs held by Northern Beaches that really stood out. Millennial Markets, an event that was driven by young people from conception to delivery, successfully engaging the community and managing to make sustainability a bit more fun through a market. Discobility Junior, a 90s dance party. This event was designed to be accessible to young people of all abilities and provided a really fun activity for young people with disability to take part in. The third award is Best Local Youth Week Program. The following finalists are Forbes Shire Council, Uwabadalla Shire Council, Cowra Shire Council, Walgett Shire Council, Wallumbungle Shire Council, Camden Council, and Fairfield City Council. And the award goes to Uwabadalla Shire Council. Congratulations, Uwabadalla. A particular highlight was Photos of Hope, an amazing opportunity for young people to express their thoughts and healing from the bushfires and disaster events. Uwabadalla Shire Council's other activities demonstrated how Youth Week is a way for all the community to come together to recover and heal, and reflect, and it was reflected in the large number of young people attending and participating in the events. The final award is Best Ongoing Commitment to Local Youth Week Programs. I'd like to announce the following finalists: Walgett Shire Council, Camden Council, and Fairfield City Council. And the award goes to Walgett Shire Council. Walgett Shire Council has been a solid supporter of Youth Week for many years, delivering fun and engaging activities that support young people. These activities continue to grow participation and inclusion across the community. Congratulations to you all.
And thank you very much. Congratulations also to all of our winners, and thank you, Anthony Shannon. Say hi to Amanda from me. It's just so nice to see people that you know online and to see people that you don't know online as well. So thank you to Anthony Shannon. Thank you to the New South Wales Department of Communities and Justice for your continued support of the Local Government Week Awards. All right, we are going to move on to the LG Nsw Leo Kelly OAM Arts and Culture Award. As Linda mentioned earlier on, the Leo Kelly OAM Arts and Culture Awards celebrates outstanding achievement by local government organisations in strategic planning for arts and culture. This award, in honour of the late Councillor Leo Kelly OAM, recognises councils who are leaders in arts and culture and who have excelled in strategic policy, planning, delivery and evaluation. And this includes integrated cultural planning and policy, creative stakeholder engagement and building capacity of the arts and cultural sector. Eligible projects or initiatives have been judged on whether they're innovative and resulted in improvements to cultural planning, policy, delivery and or evaluation and achieve their intended goals with measurable cultural outcomes. I'd like to thank our judges, Councillor Michael Banasic, Deputy Mayor Wallandilly Shire Council, Councillor Julie Griffiths, Deputy Mayor Blacktown City Council, and LG Nsw Board Director, and also Mr. John Smithies, Executive Officer, Cultural Development Network with RMIT University. Thank you to them all. Now, these awards are broken into two different categories: cultural plans and cultural projects. One is an internal strategic process to set goals, and one is a delivery of a program to achieve measurable cultural outcomes. Now, on behalf of Mrs. Janet Kelly, the lifelong partner of Councillor Leo Kelly OAM, we welcome Councillor Julie Griffiths, the Deputy Mayor of Blacktown City Council and LG Nsw Board Director, from what looks like the boardroom table to present the awards.
Good morning, I should say, everyone, and welcome to these prestigious awards. So I note that I'm actually doing the Division B, I believe, at this point in time for the Leo Kelly Arts Cultural Awards for councils with a population between 30,000 and 70,000 for cultural strategy plan with a single entry. I note the MC has made it known that the highly commended, and I believe that this is where we're heading into this stage, so pick me up if I'm wrong with jumping between rooms.
No, thank you. That was a beautiful pickup on your behalf. Even though we are many miles away and we're doing this virtually, you've just picked that up beautifully. So thank you for that. Yes, you are quite right. The judges have awarded a highly commended, and that is for Dubbo Regional Council and Spark Cultural Plan. The judges appreciated that the plan positioned cultural services as a council-wide function and broadened the understanding of the cultural program beyond just council-owned cultural facilities. So our next category is for Division A in the Leo Kelly OAM Arts and Culture Award for projects for councils with populations less than 30,000. And the entrants are Griffiths City Council for Sunshine Supergirl World Premiere and Yarrawalla Wiradjuri Cultural Festival, Gunnedah Shire Council, Gunnedah Resilience Program, Dorothea McKellar and Gunnedah Alive Murals, Leeton Shire Council for Leeton Museum and Gallery Permanent Exhibition Water by Design, the Leeton Water Story, and Liverpool Plains Shire Council Quirindi Library Precinct Contemporary Community Art and Cultural Hub. A special acknowledgement has been awarded for Liverpool Plains Shire Council for the Quirindi Library Precinct Contemporary Community Art and Cultural Hub. The judges wanted to actually give, thank you for that, thank you for the virtual applause. The judges actually wanted to give a special acknowledgement to Liverpool Plains Shire Council. The new build concept looks fantastic, they said, and in-depth concept planning has occurred. The judges liked how council had worked with their metro sister city to bounce around ideas. It was a bold project for a small council. Now, we do have two highly commended. Our first is Gunnedah Shire Council, Gunnedah Resilience Program, Dorothea McKellar and Gunnedah Alive Murals. It's lovely to have somebody that I can see applauding, because it makes us feel that we are live, which we are, except that we just can't see our audience. The judges said Gunnedah Shire Council were awarded the highly commended for the way the projects provided employment and cultural cohesiveness after 3 years of drought. The mural projects received positive reception from Art Trail and Street Art Facebook pages, and Council evaluated the project as well. Our second highly commended is Leeton Shire Council. Leeton Museum and Gallery, permanent exhibition, Water by Design, the Leeton Water Story. The judges gave this entry a highly commended due to the many layers of the project. They said this includes honouring the history of the original Irrigation Commission by creating a hot topic permanent exhibition called the Leeton Water Story. The project accessed federal and other third-party resources, incorporated graduate mentoring, a feedback wall, and sought to combine promotion with the 5 private museums in Leeton. All right, I'm now going to pass back to you, Councillor Julie Griffiths, who I believe has just been handed an envelope. A hand appeared on your screen to announce the winner. Julie, over to you.
Thank you very much, and it's my great pleasure. And here's the honour is Griffith City Council Sunshine Super Girl World Premiere and Yarrawalla Wiradjuri Cultural Festival. Well done, everybody. Can I say the judges were impressed with how a basketball stadium had been transformed into a performance studio. This would have taken significant council commitment of funds and technical skills. The judges liked the council's leadership in securing the unique production and the additional engagement with local Aboriginal community. Well done, Griffith City Council. Winner.
Congratulations. Thank you, Julie. We're going to move now on to Division B for the Leo Kelly OAM Arts and Culture Award in projects for councils with populations between 30,000 and 70,000 people. Again, there was only one entry into this category, and that entry has been awarded a highly commended, and that is Mossman Municipal Council 3 Views. The judges liked the uniqueness of using hidden military chambers to showcase First Nations art, particularly the significance of doing this 250 years since colonisation. And the final category in Division C for projects for councils with a population of over 70,000 people with entrants are Campbelltown City Council, Vernon Arquay, The Island, City of Canterbury Bankstown Council for Black Drop Effect, City of Ryde for Dance Plaza, Georges River Council, Hurstville Museum and Gallery, Art Bomb, Connect and Create, Inner West Council for the Gadigal Wongal Wayfinding Project, Northern Beaches Council for Northside Aboriginal Artists Darryong, City of Parramatta Council, Parramatta Artists Studios, PASX Riverina Partnership, Sutherland Shire Council, the Sutherland Shire Literary Competition, and Tweed Shire Council, Small Town Queer Tweed Regional Museum. We have 2 highly commended in this category, and they are
You're going to hand me your
City of Parramatta Council, Parramatta Artist Studios. Good to see that Julie's getting ready with the envelope. PASX Riverina Partnership. This project was highly commended due to the way that Parramatta Council partnered with Wagga Wagga Council. This showed leadership in being able to expand outcomes beyond their own area. The project responded well to the difficulties of the COVID pandemic, and Council did well in evaluating the success of the project, which particularly showed through increasing social connectedness between artists. And Tweed Shire Council, Small Town Queer, Tweed Regional Museum. The judges highly commended Tweed Shire Council for really being a leader in gender diversity and sexuality in a regional community. The judges thought it was innovative to ensure community representation by facilitating reinterpretation of existing collections, and leadership was shown when this led to a new exhibition, policy and diversity training. So well done for those brilliant initiatives. Over to you again, Julie, for the winner. I think you are muted, Julie. I think you are possibly muted. That's okay.
Yeah, you're right. Where am I? Am I good? You had me diving for cover, Andrew, so...
That's okay, you covered for me.
Thank you. So we have an envelope here, and the winner is the Inner West Council Gundagal Wongal Wayfinding Project. Well done, guys. And the judges were impressed with the quality of the artwork at 5 strategic sites and the care taken in planning the execution of the project. The results uniquely shows connectivity to the land and the connectivity with the urban environment. The project also scored highly on leadership due to the added aspects of mentoring Aboriginal artists and collaboration with UTS. It was a fantastic project, Andrew. So we really applauded the council. Thank you.
All right, and thank you, Councillor Griffiths. Thank you for those announcements. Thank you for covering me. I covered for you, we covered for each other, and no one would have noticed if I didn't just say that we covered for each other, but we did, and that is the world of virtual events. So, Julie, thank you very much. Congratulations to all of the winners. We move now to present the Lg Nsw Planning Awards, sponsored by the New South Wales Department of Planning, Industry and Environment, and it gives me great pleasure to welcome the Honourable Rob Stokes MP, Minister for Planning and Public Spaces, who will be announcing the winners. But first, I'm going to invite the Minister to say a few words to the entrants. Okay, we don't have Rob on the line. That's okay. So we're going to move on, and let me know if we get Rob on the line. It is I can see that Rob is standing by.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Over to you.
Okay. Well, thanks for everyone who's online. This is a sort of novel opportunity to talk to everyone in the virtual world. Can I just say, in my role as Minister for Planning and Public Spaces, and now happily as well roads and transport, can I just say thank you to everybody for the enormous hard work you've put in over the last 12 months or more. Really, it's been I don't know if for you, but for me, it's a bit like living in the Truman Show. So every day is a bit like the day before. But we've all been working enormously hard, and this is where the service bit really gets into public service. So that's a journey we're all in together. And it's been an incredible opportunity to innovate. While COVID's been associated with so much hardship and tragedy, there's also a silver lining, and that is we get to innovate and try new things. It's put real emphasis on the importance of public open spaces to our community. So through programs like the Public Spaces Legacy Fund, for example, $250 million, where we can contract together to get better planning outcomes and better place outcomes as well as things like Your High Street and Streets as Shared Spaces, which have been programs to treat our roads less as things that separate us from one another, but more like streets that join us all together and provide new opportunities for industry and commerce and for social interaction. And just today, as part of our COVID recovery plan, I've been able to announce $50 million in new grant funding that will be available for councils and relevant state agencies to apply for, to invest in new places to swim, new places to play, and new places to roam, particularly in those parts of Sydney that suffered particularly through lockdown. I think one of the things that lockdown's uncovered is that there is a degree of spatial inequality across this city and indeed across the state that we need to collectively address, and we'll do that together. And just on a final point, obviously, from time to time there'll be issues that might be used to try and divide state and local and federal governments. But I just want to say, for my part, I love the opportunity to work collaboratively. I love the opportunity to work to serve the public that we're all there to serve. And thank you so much for the opportunity to participate today.
Thank you very much, Minister. Thank you for being online. It was a close call, but we got you there. Excellent. Now I'm going to hand back to you in just a moment. But first, I just wanted to thank our judges, Mr. Peter Gesling, CEO, petergesling.com, and Marcus Ray, Group Deputy Secretary, Planning and Assessment, Department of Planning, Industry and Environment, and Jane Partridge, MPIA Strategy Manager with LG Nsw. The first award category, the Excellence in Leadership Award for Outstanding Individual Contribution. This year, there was only one submission for the category, and although this doesn't automatically mean that this will be the winning entry, the effort of this leader has made a real difference to development services outcomes. To come into a new council and look at each and every detail and talk to other teams and go against the grain to move out of the silos that often exist, this is to be acknowledged and this is absolutely to be encouraged. I'm now going to hand back to the Minister to announce the winner.
Thanks, Andrew. And it's my great pleasure to announce the winner as Shankar, Executive Manager, Development and Building at Cumberland City Council. And just wanted to say that the effort of this leader has made a real difference to development service outcomes. To come into a new council and look at all the details, as Andrew's indicated, that's something that we should really celebrate.
All right, thank you very much, Minister. And I should say to everyone who is watching, we do appreciate those of you who have been jumping on the chat line and offering your congratulations to nominees and highly commended winners. Please keep doing that. We would love to keep that virtual conversation going, and it is very, very much appreciated. We may not be able to see you, everyone. We may not be able to hear you, but we can read your chat. It's like getting into the minds of our local government audience. So thank you for that. Please keep doing so. Our next category is the Culture, Change, Innovation and Excellence Award in the Local Government New South Wales Planning Awards, and is separated into the 3 divisions for council areas. In Division A, with a population less than 30,000 Culture, Change, Innovation and Excellence Award, we had one entrant and it has been recognised as highly commended, and that is Upper Hunter Shire Council for Project Paperless Planning. The judges acknowledge the efforts and passion of this very small planning team to initiate improvements to their processes, and also the time devoted by the team to preparing this award application. So this was highly commended. Next up in Division B, population between 30,000 and 70,000, Culture, Change, Innovation and Excellence Award for the LG Nsw Planning Awards. The entrants are Albury City Council for Implementation of Public Spaces Legacy Program, Bega Valley Shire Council, Aboriginal Cultural Heritage Landscape Map, Raising the Bar, City of Newcastle, Holistic Change to Deliver City Impact, Port Stephens Council, Revamping the Rezoning Process, Port Stephens Council, Port Stephens Council's Fire Safety Program, Reducing Community Risk through a Sustainable, Educative and Collaborative Model, and Shell Harbour City Council, Development Application Strategy, Strengthening the Customer Experience and Process of Development Application. The judges have awarded a special acknowledgement to City of Newcastle for holistic change to deliver city impact. The judges said this holistic approach took courage and foresight and resulted in changes that have made a real difference to DA services and delivery times. One entry was recognised as highly commended, and that was Shell Harbour City Council Development Application Strategy, Strengthening the Customer Experience and Process of Development Application. The judges said that this was a fantastic project to introduce a new approach to manage development applications, which has produced a package of work that could be used as an example by other councils. I'm now going to hand back to the Minister for the winner.
Thanks very much, Andrew. And the winner for the Local Government New South Wales Planning Awards Division B Culture Change, Innovation and Excellence Award is awarded to Bega Valley Shire Council for the Aboriginal Cultural Heritage Landscape Map Raising the Bar project. Through this project, the council sought to improve the protection of land with cultural significance to local Aboriginal people and the broader community. And in doing so, councils effectively engaged a section of the community that hasn't been traditionally involved in the planning system. The project involved collaboration with these organisations to create maps for both council and organisations outside of council, and has the potential to be extended to use by other councils as well.
All right, thank you very much, Minister. We move into Division C, populations over 70,000, culture change, innovation and the Excellence Award in the Lg Nsw Planning Awards. And the entries are as follows. Bayside Council, the Land Use and Infrastructure Limitation Study. Campbelltown City Council, Campbelltown City Council's Fast Track Assessment Team. City of Canterbury Bankstown Council, Western Sydney University Bankstown Campus. City of Canterbury Bankstown Council, Bankstown City Centre Master Plan and Campsie Town Centre Master Plan. City of Sydney Council, Planning for Net Zero Energy Buildings. City of Sydney Council for COVID-19 Temporary Alfresco Dining Project. Northern Beaches Council, Development Assessment Continuous Improvement Program. Sutherland Shire Council, SSC E-Planning Team, a transition from admin to governance of the development assessment process at Sutherland Shire Council. And the Hill Shire Council, Planning Proposal Policy. We have a special acknowledgement, and that is for the City of Sydney Council COVID-19 Temporary Alfresco Dining Project. The judges said it was an excellent outcome that demonstrated immediate and effective results in response to the need created by the pandemic. And highly commended for Division C, Culture Change, Innovation and Excellence Award is awarded to Bayside Council, the Land Use and Infrastructure Limitations Study. The judges noted this was an exemplary approach used to look at resolving a future problem. It'll be instrumental in helping the council to develop its strategic documents and may also have a wider application for use by other councils. I'm going to hand back to you, Minister Stokes, for the winner.
Thank you very much. The winner is City of Sydney Council for Planning for Net Zero Energy Buildings. The judges were incredibly impressed by the willingness to tackle this difficult issue and the wide engagement with other councils and agencies. The project was applauded for its overall benefits. It will bring not only to local government and business within the City of Sydney, but its worthy contribution towards achieving the broader statewide goal of net zero emissions.
All right. Brilliant stuff. Congratulations to them. And thank you, Minister Stokes. I will leave you now to the business of getting on with running the state, but we do appreciate your time today. So thanks for that. Look, just before we move on, I wasn't aware, but I can see that he is online. It may have been my mistake, but I can see that Jai Shankar from Cumberland City Council, earlier winner, is actually here online. And I'd like to give Jai an opportunity to say a few words. Apologies if you were there before. My mistake, but Jai, over to you.
That's all right. Thank you. It's a complete surprise. I didn't know that I was nominated till yesterday. So it's a very, very pleasant surprise. So thank you for that. And thank you to Minister Stokes as well. And yeah, look, you know, I don't know. I don't really know what to say. It's an absolute honour to first be nominated and obviously to receive the award as well. So but I'd like to thank, obviously, my boss, Daniel Cavello, who's the Director of Environment Planning at Cumberland City Council, and also my team, you know, without whose help I could not have, well, got to where I am today. So it's very humbling, and the support of Cumberland City Council that they've given me and my team as well. Yeah, it's a really humbling experience. So thank you.
Excellent. And thank you, Jai. Thank you to you and your team. And thank you for your patience in waiting in our virtual green room as I worked out that you were there. My apologies, but lovely to hear from you and congratulations. All right.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thanks, Jai. We're now going to cross to Campbelltown for a short message of thanks and congratulations from Greg Warren MP. I can see Greg is standing by, Shadow Minister for Local Government, to say a few words. So, Greg Warren, over to you.
Thank you very much, Andrew. And can I acknowledge that I'm meeting with you on the traditional lands of the Doherty people, and I acknowledge all elders past and present and all the lands that you are all on at this time as well. Thank you so much for having me along to these virtual awards. I firstly want to congratulate each and every recipient, everyone who won an award, everyone who was nominated, but most of all, thank you for everything that you do for communities right across our state. You know, if anyone ever questioned the importance of local government as the closest level of government to communities, that's local families, businesses, then we now know. I mean, look at COVID and look at what local councils have supported, how local councils have supported their communities with the services that they have provided. It's been invaluable and communities would have been simply lost without it. I want to thank Lg Nsw, Linda Scott, the presidency, acknowledge her efforts during her tenure as president. Working with Linda has been absolutely fantastic. Supporting Lg Nsw and the entire team has been nothing short of a privilege that I've always enjoyed and look forward to continuing to enjoy as we advocate together for better outcomes for our local councils, which ultimately determines better outcomes for local communities. I mean, when you look at local councils, again, as the closest level of government to community, the invaluable services that they provide is nothing short of amazing. And let's be honest, a lot of the time it goes unheralded. A lot of communities, you know, they think they fix footpaths and empty bins, but we know councils do so much more with providing services, whether it's Meals on Wheels, the disability support programs, programs for those living with or trying to escape family violence. It's always been there. And I know in my own community, Campbelltown City Council, and right across the metropolitan area and indeed right across the state, I know that you've all worked so very hard and it's been such challenging times. But as always, the sector has risen to those challenges, kept on going and provided that support that people so desperately need. We've got the elections coming up and I want to wish each and every one of you all the best. I do believe communities, the voters, get it right, but the 4th of December will be here before we know it. Get those elections out of the way, and then I know that you'll all be back doing what you do best. And again, that is servicing your communities. It is absolutely invaluable. When you look at the many issues confronting local councils, you know, they never take any steps backwards. They continue to push and advocate and indeed fight for better outcomes, not just for their local councils, but because it's for the better outcomes for local families, ratepayers, businesses, and community organisations. I might leave it there, Andrew, but again, thank you so much for having me. Congratulations to each and every one of you. And I really do appreciate having the opportunity to address you all. And I hope whatever you're up to in your communities, I know there's a lot going on. I wish you well and please take care.
All right, and thank you very much, Greg. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for your kind words. I'm now going to throw back to the Chief Executive of Lg Nsw to join us for the next segment. Welcome back. Scott Phillips is standing by. We are going to be doing a short segue, I guess, to take advantage of the Local Government Week theme, Locally Led, to present the executive certificates. Local Government New South Wales, in partnership with the UTS Australian Centre of Excellence for Local Government, has developed a high-quality accredited program for New South Wales elected members. This course assists elected members to better understand their legislative responsibilities and build skills and capacity to have a positive and well-informed impact on council decision making. So, Scott, I'm going to hand over to you now to announce the participating councillors.
And thanks again, Andrew. The following councillors participated in late 2019, or as I like to call it, the before times. Long time ago now, wasn't it? But very important to recognise nevertheless. Councillor Bruce Reynolds from Blaney Shire Council, Councillor Di Lee from Fairfield City Council. Councillor Sarah Yilmaz from Fairfield City Council. And Councillor Adrian Wong, also from Fairfield City Council. Councillor Janelle McIntosh up in Hornsby Shire Council, together with Councillor Mick Marr up there at Hornsby Shire Council. Councillor Peter Kelly from Ku-ring-gai Council. Councillor Andrew Zabik from Lane Cove Municipal Council. Councillor Christopher Gordon from the City of Ryde. Councillor Vanessa Keenan down in Wagga Wagga City Council. And Councillor Margarita da Cruz from Inner West Council. Congratulations to each of you. The next councillors participated in 2020. Councillor Julie Griffiths and Deputy Mayor at Blacktown City Council. Councillor Rajkumar Dixit from Burwood Council. Councillor Catherine Curry from Byron Shire Council. Councillor Benjamin Barrack over at the City of Parramatta, together with Councillor Donna Davies, also at the City of Parramatta. Councillor Bernard Purcell at the City of Ryde. Councillor Lee Bowden down at Cootamundra Gundagai Regional Council. Councillor Sam Nagai at Ku-ring-gai Municipal Council. Councillor Christine Kay, also at Ku-ring-gai Municipal Council. Councillor Darlene Cook up in Lismore City Council. Councillor Charisma Kayleandra over in Liverpool City Council. Councillor Robin Cook out at Penrith City Council. Councillor Kendrick Winchester down in Queanbeyan Pallarang Regional Council. Councillor Jane McAllister at Wentworth Shire Council, and Councillor Noel Lowry from Wallandilly Shire Council. Again, a very big congratulations to all of those councillors and a big thank you for participating in the program. Thanks, Andrew.
All right, and thank you very much for that. And thank you to all of those councillors. So look, just before we take a short break, I'm going to introduce you to our sustainability sponsor, and here to speak to you via video, we have a short message from John Brogden, the Chief Executive Officer with Landcom. Let's hear from John now.
Landcom is a very proud, long-time supporter and partner of local government in New South Wales. We recognise the invaluable work that councils do for their communities right across the state. Today, we take some time out to recognise some of the special achievements you have made. As we all know, this last year has presented many challenges. During these uncertain times, now more than ever, people look to leaders in their communities to understand their difficulties and advocate on their behalf. Local councils have gone above and beyond during these times, and we thank you. The values of local government and of Landcom are very similar. At Landcom, we rely on trusting relationships and partnerships to create more affordable and sustainable communities. We're currently working on a number of diverse and affordable housing projects with councils in Greater Sydney and across regional New South Wales. Delivering more affordable housing is a complex and a needs-based collaborative approach. We see local government as an important stakeholder in achieving this, and we look forward to expanding on our work with local councils. So congratulations to all of you involved at today's event and to all of you in local government for the great work you do in communities across New South Wales.
Everyone needs a place to call home, a place where we belong and a community we care about. Landcom was created in 1976 by the New South Wales Government to moderate the housing market, stabilise land supply and support the development industry. Over the decades, Landcom has unlocked many strategic sites that were ready for development and made it possible for over 95,000 families to find a home. Our strong relationships with industry partners have delivered award-winning housing and innovative projects. We lead by example to create thriving communities that bring value to our state. From Little Bay in the east to Penrith in the west, Randwick in the south and Port Stephens in the north, our job is building communities we can be proud of. As our state grows, we will continue to demonstrate global standards of livability, resilience and inclusion by using our expertise in master planning. At the heart of Landcom's success is our partnerships. Together, we work with industry, government and the not-for-profit sectors to help unlock development opportunities that support our economy. Green Square Town Centre, Hunterford, Rouse Hill Town Centre and Oran Park Town are just a few of the many successful and groundbreaking developments achieved with our industry partners. With our demonstration projects, Landcom is addressing the challenge of providing homes that are more affordable for middle and lower income households. With industry, we are exploring new ways to provide more choice for different household types in our broader community. This year, we invite you to join us as we celebrate Landcom's 45 years of successful projects, partnerships and places. We pay tribute to all our Landcom people and industry partners who have contributed to our success and made our achievements possible. Thank you for supporting our vision to create more affordable and sustainable communities. Landcom is proud to be part of the fabric of New South Wales.
And thank you very much to the Landcom team for their support. We are going to take a short break. It'll be about 5 minutes. So my suggestion to you is keep the audio on so that when you hear me talking again, that pretty much means that we are back. But jump up away from your screens. Don't want you to get Zoom fatigue. Have a bit of a stretch. Go grab something to eat. Make yourself a cup of tea. Take the dog for a walk around the block. Check whether the Amazon or Dan Murphy's delivery has arrived at your front door. Top up your glasses and we'll see you soon for the rest of the awards. We'll see you then. And we are back. You may not be back at your screen, you may not be back at your boardroom table, but we are about to start with the next round of awards. So if you can hear me, but if you are maybe downstairs in the kitchen, start making your way up because we are going to move into our next awards. I hope you're enjoying things. I hope you're relaxed. Those of you who are with people, look into their eyes right now. If they're sitting around a table in a council chamber somewhere in office, look into their eyes and appreciate how lucky you are that you are in a room with people celebrating together, because many of us are still at home on our own, or maybe with our dogs or cats, or my teenagers are downstairs, but they've got no interest. Isn't it nice to be able to get back together with people? We will again. All right. With that, I've just given you enough time to get back to your screens if you weren't there. We are going to move into our LG Nsw RH Dougherty Awards. The RH Dougherty Awards recognise excellence in communication within local government. And I just happen to have one of them here on show to show you what it would be like if I or one of our presenters was actually handing you one of these awards directly. So this is what they look like. This is what you will be receiving. You may not get it handed to you today, but you will get it very, very soon. All right. That is the award right there. The RH Dougherty Awards. They recognise excellence in communication within local government. They promote innovation, commitment, and set the standard for communication and reporting to council communities. There are 4 award categories: reporting to your community, innovation in special events, excellence in communication, and outstanding individual contribution. In order to win, entrants have to prove their project stands head and shoulders above similar examples in the marketplace. Now, being the only entrant doesn't automatically mean that you are the winner. If the standard is good but not exceptional, no overall winner may be awarded. To win, you also need to have gone to the gym a lot in 2021, because let me tell you, these things are heavy. So I'm going to keep it down there on the side of my desk, but you will get one. If you are a winner, we will make sure they find their way to you. A big thank you to our judges, Councillor Marianne Saliba, Mayor of Shellharbour City Council, and LG Nsw Board Director, and to Paul Bennett, Board Member, Statewide Mutual Limited, and General Manager of Tamworth Regional Council. We are firstly presenting Reporting to Your Community. This category is sponsored by Global Safety Systems, and we thank them. And we welcome Phil Bamford, the CEO of WS Systems, to help present these awards. And I'm going to hand over to Phil to say a few words before we get the awards underway. So Phil, over to you.
Thanks, Andrew. And we're very proud to be sponsoring these awards. It's Global Safety Systems are actually, I'm the CEO of Global Safety Systems, and we actually created a system, Online WHS. Online WHS is the most comprehensive but yet easy to use safety system in Australia today. Imagine being able to log an incident, log a hazard, do a checklist, access all your documentation just by scanning your QR code and not even having to enter a username and password. It doesn't get much easier than that. Complete with now a step-by-step guide that trains you how to use the system and a new vaccination section with employee ID card. Actually, we're up to date with the latest safety information. So we're very, very proud to actually be sponsoring this awards. If you like a demonstration, go to whssystems.com.au, just book a demonstration, and good luck to all the nominees in these awards, and congratulations to the winner. But back to you, Andrew.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Phil. Appreciate that. Let's get these awards underway. This award category encompasses all forms of community reporting, printed and electronic publications. There were no entries for Division A, so we're going to move to Division B for councils with a population between 30,000 and 70,000. And the entrants are Byron Shire Council for Byron Shire Council Annual Report, Dubbo Regional Council, going live from the Dubbo region, Woollahra Municipal Council for Woollahra News. Now, there is a highly commended, and that highly commended is for Woollahra Municipal Council for Woollahra News. The judges said the breadth of the project and the utilisation of multiple communication channels makes this the standout application. A community focus has been noticed. But Phil, I'm going to hand over to you to announce the winner. Over to you.
Thanks, Andrew. And the winner is Dubbo Regional Council. The judges' comments were, traditional media platforms are shrinking. It just shows guts to focus on the positive and try new marketing outside the normal communication channels. So congratulations, Dubbo Regional Council.
Excellent, thank you and congratulations. Entrants in Division C for councils with a population over 70,000 are City of Canterbury Bankstown Council for your operational plan, Liverpool City Council for Liverpool City Council 2019-2020 annual report and video, and Penrith City Council, Our Place Penrith's community newsletter. And a highly commended goes to City of Canterbury Bankstown Council for your operational plan. The judges commented a really innovative way to engage community with the operational plan. So Phil, over to you for the winner.
Thanks, Andrew. And the winner is Penrith City Council for Our Place Penrith Community Newsletter. The judges' comments were great connection with the community with an innovation of newspaper opt-in and opt-out electronically. A very smart platform and publication. So congratulations, Penrith City Council.
All right, congratulations to Penrith City Council. It's been, what a year for Penrith City Council, winning this award, winning the Rugby League. I'm sure there's big celebrations in Penrith right now. Please, if you are celebrating or if you want to celebrate another local council celebrating, don't be afraid to jump onto the chat line, as many of you have been doing, and send your congratulations, messages, woo-hoo, shout-outs, good on yous. Thank you, Phil. Really appreciate your time, and thank you to Global Safety Systems for their support. Take care. The next category is Innovation in Special Events. And this category is sponsored by Dial Before You Dig. And I'm going to welcome, because I can see that he is standing by, or rather sitting by with a cool set of headphones, Dominic Pugh, Manager of Dial Before You Dig, New South Wales ACT, to help present the awards. But first, Dominic, I'm going to ask you to say a few words. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Andrew. We do rely on networks. This online event today has been superbly managed, but it can't happen without electricity and telecommunications networks. The Dial Before You Dig service is a collaboration, and local government is an important element in that. Councils operate water, sewer and data networks. Councils also set the conditions that require developers to use the Dial Before You Dig service to prevent damage. And councils in turn need to prevent network damage when doing your own work. So we are very proud to be a sponsor of the Local Government Week Awards. There are changes happening in Dial Before You Dig. Councils in Sydney have already been contacted about these changes. If you are from a council in Sydney and you'd like to talk about it with me, please get in touch through www.1100.com.au. And now back to Andrew to announce the finalists.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Dominic. We're going to get straight into it, because I can see looking behind you that it looks like your Uber Eats lunch is just sitting under your microwave there. I can't help but look at people's office space behind them. It's what I do. All right, Dominic, let's do this. Our first division is A, in Innovation in Special Events for populations less than 30,000, and the entrants are Bland Shire Council for the TikTok Talent Quest, Forbes Shire Council for Australia Day Celebrations 2021, Gunnedah Shire Council for the Panorama Booklet Project, and Kempsey Shire Council for Black Summer and Beyond Photo Exhibition. Once again, there is a highly commended, and that is for Blandshire Council for the TikTok Talent Quest. Judges' comments were, what a fun, inexpensive, simple and effective way to engage the community, a great way to help community feel connected during the pandemic. And Dominic, I'm sure you're a big TikToker, as we all are, of course. Are we really? My daughter certainly is. Dominic, tell us who the winner is.
And the winner is, Andrew, Innovation and Special Events, population less than 30,000. Kempsey Shire Council, Black Summer and Beyond photo exhibition. Well done.
And there were some judges' comments there as well. You want to take us through them, Dominic? I'm happy to, or over to you.
Certainly, certainly. The judges had a number of comments, and they said it was a fun and inexpensive, simple and effective way to engage the community. It was a great way to help the community feel connected during the pandemic. So congratulations to council for that. I do apologise. That was for Blandshire, so I do apologise for that.
Yep,
the judges' comments were it was a great way to acknowledge an important and serious event. Of course, we all know the Black Summer and Beyond involving the bushfires, by communicating such a sensitive and emotive event through images and stories of the locals that experienced it. It must have been a tremendous boost to healing the community. The exhibition was courageous, thoughtful and well presented, and congratulations to Kempsey for winning that.
Excellent. Congratulations. And thank you, Dominic. Sorry to put you on the spot there. These virtual events, the degree of difficulty, the high wire difficulty of throwing back and forth to people is tricky, but we're getting there. We're doing good. Next up is Division B in Innovation in Special Events for populations between 30 and 70,000. That's 30,000 and 70,000. And the entries are Bathurst Regional Council for Bathurst Winter Festival, Bega Valley Shire Council for Cuppa and Chat Bushfire Recovery Event Series. And Dominic, tell us who the winner is.
And the winner is, in the Innovation Special Events, population between 30 and 70,000, Bega Valley Shire for the Cuppa and Chat Bushfire Recovery Event Series. The judges said that they love the personal elements of this project, using direct contact through phone calls, email and face-to-face, in addition to the use of social platforms and print media. The level of participation and engagement was outstanding. So congratulations to Bega Valley Shire Council.
All right, thank you. Congratulations to them as well. Let's move into our next category. Lastly, in Innovation and Special Events, we have Division C for populations over 70,000, and they are Blacktown City Council for Beats and Bites, the lockdown sessions, Camden Council for Camden Festival Online, City of Canada Bay for Ferragosto at Home, City of Canterbury Bankstown Council for CBTV, Northern Beaches Council for Art and Words, Penrith City Council for the Reanimate Penrith 2020 initiative. With great projects to evaluate, the judges awarded a highly commended certificate to Blacktown City Council for Beats and Bites, the lockdown sessions. The judges said this demonstrates inclusiveness, and the council became the interface between the artist and the community. They understood what was needed and connected the two together to help prevent cabin fever, a great project. All right, over to you, Dominic, to announce the winner.
Thank you, Andrew. And the winner in the Innovation and Special Events category, population over 70,000, is City of Canterbury Bankstown Council for CBTV. The judges' comments were how fantastic it was to see the initiative was able to create a brand new event that could significantly change an organisation's communication methods on a permanent basis. It was a great outcome for the community, and the judges said it was a terrific idea. So look, congratulations to the City of Canterbury Bankstown Council. Congratulations to all the winners in this category. And I just need to point out, before I hand back to you, Andrew, all those three councils are participating members of the Dial Before You Dig service. So completely coincidental, but I'm very, very pleased to see it.
As well you should. Nice plug to pick that up. No, that is great, and so timely. So Dominic, thank you very much. Really appreciate your time, and thank you to Dial Before You Dig New South Wales ACT. And thank you to the giant fly. I don't know whether everybody can see that, but there's a huge fly. It's just flying by my camera from time to time. Don't know whether you can see it, but I certainly can. Sorry to trouble you with that. We are going to move on. We're coming close to the end. The next category is excellence in communication. This category recognises a communication or public relations campaign produced in the 2020 calendar year. It may be an example of how, through a communication strategy, one of the parties, whether it's council or community, shifted in their attitude or behaviour or achieved a special outcome. These campaigns should be part of an overall strategy and could include the use of a number of communications tools. This is sponsored for the second year by Nextdoor Australia, and I can see he's standing by or sitting by. We welcome David Eccleston, the Head of Marketing and Communication with Nextdoor Australia. David, over to you.
Andrew, great to be here, and you're doing a terrific job. For those who don't know, Nextdoor is the world's largest neighbourhood network. Our purpose is to cultivate a kinder world where everybody has a neighbourhood that they can rely on. We've been in Australia for just 3 years, but already we're in 1 in 10 households in Greater Sydney and 1 in 11 in Melbourne. People use Nextdoor to ask for help, offer help, find a tradie, sell or give away unwanted house goods. And as you'll see, councils across Australia are using Nextdoor's free platform for public services to communicate with true residents within their LGA. Let's take a look at the video.
Been on Nextdoor about 3 years. I found it a really good way to get hyper-local feedback from residents and also as a resident. So in an age where cities feel so big sometimes, getting that really hyper-localized feedback or message or little anecdote is really cool, and that's something that's very unique to Nextdoor. With other social media, obviously anyone from across the world can be a follower or comment or, perhaps sway an outcome. With Nextdoor, you're dealing with real locals who live, breathe and work here in the City of Ryde, and that's really unique and really important, particularly for our council staff who need good data to make good decisions.
We thought we would give it a go because it really aligns itself with the particular work that I do in my team as Community Development Officer. So it's almost the exact same sort of background and vibe. And so because it aligns so well, it's absolutely perfect for us. And so yes, we do have a council website and we do have our own social media platforms, but Nextdoor is just so relevant to community development.
For me, it's like if I put Hornsby in its own little space online, that's what Nextdoor is. And you don't need to worry about everyone else outside of that. It's just your local community. From my perspective, the more places that the council can be found, the better, because people will have different preferences. Not everybody's on social media, not everyone's going to have Facebook, or they're not going to have Instagram. So, why not have a presence there where we know people are?
I would say 100% give it a try. You'll find that you love it immediately.
People want a trusted source of info. People want to be able to interact kindly with their local neighbours and their neighbourhood, and Nextdoor's a great platform to be able to do that. I think deep down, everyone's kind and respectful. It's just that sometimes the internet can bring out the worst in us. Nextdoor doesn't seem to have that, so you must be doing something right.
All right, great stuff. Thank you, David, and thank you to the team from Nextdoor. Not actually Nextdoor. My next door neighbour Warren does tend to take out his leaf blower the moment I jump online. He's been very well behaved today. I'm not referring to my next door. I'm referring, of course, to David and the team from Nextdoor Australia. Thank you to Warren from Nextdoor for not taking out his leaf blower as well. All right, I digress. David, let's announce the entries in Excellence in Communication Division A for populations less than 30,000, and they are Federation Council, Changing Times, Federation Council's response to communicating amidst the challenges of COVID-19 regulations, Forbes Shire Council for the Forbes FOGO education campaign, Forbes Shire Council again for stakeholder engagement plans as a communications risk management tool. Parks Shire Council for the 2021 Parks Elvis Festival cancellation. And the judges awarded a highly commended to Federation Council, Changing Times, Federation Council's response to communicating amidst the challenges of COVID-19 regulations. The judges said what a great effort this is from this small council to expand their suite of communication channels and provide job inclusiveness. All right, David, I'm going to hand over to you and your envelope to announce the winner.
Well, there it is, Andrew. Here we go. The winner is, drum roll, Parks Shire Council 2021 Parks Elvis Festival cancellation. The judges enjoyed the humour of the use of old footage, very innovative, and all communication linked back to their theme. Congratulations to Parks. I've been there for the Elvis convention. It's a wonderful time, an outstanding example of how to engage and communicate with a broad audience. Andrew?
All right, excellent, and well done to the Parks team for ensuring this year that Elvis actually did leave the building. We are now on Division B in the Excellence in Communication for councils with populations between 30,000 and 70,000, and they are Bega Valley Shire Council, Black Summer Bushfires Response, Relief, Recovery and Beyond, the Communication Strategy. Byron Shire Council for COVID Safe Byron Shire. Woollahra Municipal Council for Woollahra News. And David, I'm going to hand over to you and the envelope to tell us who the winner is.
Well, here we go. We are looking at, open up here, the winner is, well, we've got two winners here. Well, looks at Andrew, is that right?
That is,
I believe we got, and the winner is Bega Valley Shire Council, Black Summer Bushfires, Response, Relief, Recovery and Beyond. The judges says was an excellent example of giving reassurance, reaching out, clearly penetrating into the community, both face-to-face and via Facebook. Great communication is important, even more important during a crisis. Andrew?
Absolutely. Just the one winner. There is one winner, and congratulations to them. The last is Division C in Excellence in Communication is for councils with population over 70,000, and they are Camden Council for hashtag Camden Love Bears, Campbelltown City Council for Koala Town, City of Canada Bay for Canada Bay Connects, another one for City of Canada Bay for Grow Our Canopy. Then we have City of Canterbury Bankstown Council for Open But Different. Penrith City Council for Community Strategy Plan. Penrith City Council again for Finding Balance. Randwick City Council for Randwick Council's Food Organics, Garden Organics Communication Program. And my local council, shout out to Waverley Council for COVID-19 response. A special acknowledgement has been awarded to Randwick City Council for Randwick Council's Food Organics, Garden Organics Communication Program. The judges said this was a very good project with some great outcomes, and this time we actually do have the two winners. David, let's hear who the first of those winners is.
Thank you, Andrew. So many great entries. Congratulations to all of those. The first winner is Camden Council. Camden Love Bears. The judges said that Camden worked well with the community to providing what needed at the time. I love the diversity of the approach, the ambitious target set, and the singular focus on changing the way people think. Being positive, look on the bright side, and well done. So congratulations to Camden. And Andrew, as you said, the second winner, congratulations is going to, let's have a look here. Oh. Again, Camden City Council, Koala Town. Congratulations to Camden. The judges says a great new and improved platform Creating a Legacy for Future, a great initiative to save our native koalas and engage in the community in this program. Congratulations to all the winners and all the entries. Andrew.
All right, thank you very much, David. Just to clarify, the first one was Camden Council, the second one was Campbelltown City Council, but they were both bear-related winners. We had the Camden Love Bears and the Koala Bears. It's a bear-dominating category. David, thank you very much for that, and thank you to Nextdoor Australia. Appreciate your time. Take care, David.
Thanks, Andrew.
All right, our final category, the big one. I'm going to hold the award up. This is the big award. It's the Gold Logie, the Best Movie Oscar, the big award. It is heavy. We are presenting the Outstanding Individual Contribution Award, and we have Troy Green from our elite sponsor, Statewide Mutual. He'll be back shortly to announce the winner. Just checking that he is online. He is online. Troy, if you can hear me, make sure that you unmute yourself and start your camera, but we'll come to you shortly. And thank you again to Statewide Mutual. But first, the finalists. All right, this award acknowledges pivotal events and communication staff within Council. It may be the event manager, it might be the communications manager, or it could be any outstanding individual at any level in either field. This award recognises the distinguished efforts of the nominee, and this would include fostering and furthering communication internally and externally. We had 3 councils who put forward candidates for their outstanding work, and those candidates are, first up, we have Kyla Carpinelli, Federation Council. Kyla was able to use her experience, passion, drive and energy to not only manage her extensive day-to-day work in tourism, but also deliver an amazing, exciting and fresh new federation-wide brand for the local government area, being north of the Murray. Never has it been as evident in the last 12 months with COVID-19 combined with all the border closures of the Federation LGA position on the border. Weaving the word Murray into the new tourism brand to capture on the iconic drawcard that is the Murray River, while also encompassing the north, brings many other communities and businesses into the frame and recognises that the Federation LGA is indeed large and encompasses land almost all the way to the Murrumbidgee River. In a merged council, a harmonious environment is so important, and Kyla's overall focus has always been to ensure that tourism is indeed a product that can be offered right across our towns and areas, large or small. The success of the North of the Murray brand is largely attributed to this approach, and it will only grow and continue to grow. So a huge congratulations to Kyla. Our next finalist is Clara Mcgurk from Liverpool City Council. Clara Mcgurk has demonstrated leadership, excellence and innovation in producing major events, particularly in the last year, making her an invaluable asset to the Liverpool community. Despite the challenges presented by COVID, Clara led the events team in reimagining ways to give back to the community after what had been a challenging year for all. Clara has embodied determination and innovation, leading a team of 6 in pivoting most of their annual events program in response to the public health order limitations on mass gatherings and feedback from the community for the return of events. And as someone myself who works in events, I've seen how tricky it is to work live events into virtual events and hybrid events, and it is certainly very, very tricky. So well done. Clara was integral in producing New Year's Eve Light Up the Sky, an innovative and COVID-safe event involving a simultaneous 7-minute fireworks display across 6 different sites in the local government area. The live stream fireworks display, which encouraged residents to celebrate New Year's Eve from home, reached more than 75,000 people and garnered an overwhelmingly positive response from residents, grateful to still be able to celebrate the new year after all of the diversity of 2020. In addition to this, Clara led her team to remodel Council's 2021 Australia Day event into Love Summer, a much-loved series of ticketed outdoor cinema activations held across 3 different weekends. Not only has Clara demonstrated an innovative approach to special event delivery, but she's also made a difference within the community and, importantly, also within her own team by bringing people together safely in times of adversity. Her perseverance through these times fostered an invaluable appreciation, gratitude and happiness within the community. So congratulations. Our final finalist is Katie Anderson from Randwick City Council. Randwick City Council's vision is sense of community, and that is the impact that Katie Anderson has on all around her. The pandemic has tested all of us, and over the past year, Katie has managed to shift gears time and time again and done so with ease, without fuss, adapting with the environment to ensure that the Randwick community has been able to come together to celebrate, to remember, and to have hope and to belong. Online events, new community events aimed at assisting local businesses such as the food truck pop-up at Heffron and the activation of shared space in Coogee Bay Road. Importantly, the holding of the 2021 Anzac Dawn service, where a COVID-safe event was held with 3,000 people attending to pay their respects, the largest service of its kind in New South Wales. Nothing is impossible. Katie makes things work with her collaborative and helpful nature. She brings people together, negotiates shared outcomes and delivers for her community. 3 outstanding initiatives. I'm now going to hand over to Troy Green to announce the winner. Troy, over to you.
Thanks very much, Andrew. It's been a great pleasure to announce the winner, Clara Mcwork, Liverpool City Council. Congratulations, Clara. And the judges' comments were, Clara has clearly demonstrated her understanding of engaging community and inclusiveness, even from a distance. Well done, Clara.
So much. It's funny that a very emotional Latin girl won, because now I'm probably going to end up crying, and it seems a bit overkill, but I work with an incredible team. I'm very blessed in having the team that I have, and they're the reason why I'm in this position right now, and they're the reason why, if there's any success, it needs to be shared. So whilst it's an individual award, it's definitely a collective award for the team, and that extends beyond the events team. It extends to our lovely mayor, our CEO, all of the departments that we work with, my lovely manager, and especially my brilliant director, Tina Bonner, who is a mentor to me and the reason I'm also standing in this chair. Thank you so much. It's a real honour.
All right, congratulations to Clara. You never need to apologise for being emotional when you win an award. I can tell you, because I can see them, that Kyla and Katie are also very, very happy for you and were the first to give you a big cheer. And I'm sure on the chat line, which I haven't gone to yet because I'm looking at the camera at the moment, but I'm sure the chat is lighting up. So congratulations to Clara, congratulations to Katie and Kylie, and in fact, congratulations to all of our entrants, our nominees, our highly commended, and all of our winners so far today. And thank you also to Troy and the team at Statewide Mutual Limited. We really appreciate your support. So today's awards, I should tell you, they're all being recorded. This will all be made available on the website very, very soon, which you can watch in your own time on demand for a short while. We will send you a link to that, and I believe also an evaluation to get your insights into today. A huge thank you to our special guests. Thank you also to our judges, all of our speech makers, all of our elected representatives. And again, we thank each and every one of our sponsors today, our elite sponsor, Statewide Mutual Limited, the LG Nsw Planning Awards sponsor, the Department of Planning, Industry and Environment, the New South Wales Youth Week Awards sponsor, the Department of Communities and Justice, Landcom, our sustainability sponsor, Excellence in Communication sponsor, Nextdoor Australia, Innovation in Special Event sponsor, Dial Before You Dig, and Reporting to Your Community sponsor, Global Safety Systems. And a huge thank you to Scott, Linda, the whole team, everyone from LG Nsw, including the awesome events team, putting this all together, from the LG Nsw side and also from the technical side, the AV1 team. These things are tricky to do, and we have managed, as I said before, that high wire act. So thank you to everyone behind the scenes. And I also wanted to thank you, everyone who is online watching today on your own or with a group. We really appreciate you coming on board in this new way that we are delivering awards. And thank you to all of you for the fantastic work that you are doing in the local government space. We do hope that the rest of your local government week is indeed a huge celebration of all that makes our communities unique, powerful and memorable. And we thank you very much for all that you have done. Thank you for joining us. Enjoy the rest of the day and take care. Thank you.